Hello. All right, collective. I am divinely guided. Chosen Star Seed spiritually 777. How y'all doing? All right. Okay. Now, I noticed something. I noticed that the energy has been changed. So, it was mostly, I guess, December 21st. It's more of a, already. How can I say? Kind of still, quiet. Things have changed real quick. I decided that I'm gonna bring a card. I have another video, two of them, matter of fact. I have not done anything yet, but I have this. I done had this for about a month. So I have my camera now. I have two, matter of fact. I have the Sonar, I think it's Sony Cyber Shot. It's an old one, but I still have it. So I have two cameras, right? So while I am studying, will be studying about this camera so I get more understanding, because there's a lot of things I don't know. But I'm glad. It's been a month. A lot of things has happened and a lot of change, and fast, matter of fact. So I have been kind of studied a little bit about some different things that had to bring back to remember some things that before. Like I said, this is my journey. I went through so much, and upon a time, and we're talking about true knowledge. Knowledge is the key. But as knowledge is powerful too, you have to put the sword down sometime. You don't always keep it with you all times unless you have a problem with protecting yourself, when you shouldn't have to worry. But as I studied, I went back in some of my writings and things that I have read and placed, and a lot of things has happened. I have a lot of things that I always gave out information about my tarot cards and oracle cards and my spiritual writings, and from my understanding, misunderstanding with different people when you meet at realtors, landlords, certain things don't work, differences, and that came for something. I had a lot of people, over 13 decks and things that I paid for, and money was was stolen, matter of fact, and Xboxes and TVs. It's not really TV, but it was a laptop, excuse me. So a lot of things has changed, shifted the things and what I was doing. A lot of change real quick. So that's applied. Now it's trying to take care of my business from what happened and to move to the next. But I still want my spiritual work, my books, and things that I applied, and I put my money and time for it, and I want those things back. So sometimes you have to take care of your business and not to worry about the interfering fear, how many people may have money and to do things. It's important to take what you're supposed to do as a civic, more of a civil of your rights, and you have to stand. And I am. Now this movie is on. So yes, I was reading my writings and went back on some of my spirals that I wrote, any things that I wrote from study, and therefore, in those studies, I noticed a lot of things that I had forgot, and some things that I needed to add, and some things that bring back to remembrance to what's really going on, And sometimes you just got so much going on, you kind of move that, it's a lot. But you forget about it's the month of spiritual time. where it is very important for everybody, even though if you do Christmas or not, you know. So it's a it's a beautiful thing. It's been a long time since I kind of really laughed like this in a while. And it's been like, even though the process, I'm still good. So I'm very thankful, you know. But so let's get on here now. So what I've noticed, it is about something about experiencing and how you are supposed to experience, right? Experience is your journey. Your journey is important. A masculine or a feminine, very important to learn and to be happy while you work. You know, I noticed I'm going to say some things because I'm in my spiritual journey and I have completed some of the things that I was supposed to do. I did my work. It's like, did you do your work? I done my work, and I'm still learning, and I'm still learning. It's like I'm always getting fed because I want to be fed, you know. And I notice when you go from one to the next, you have so many people watching, and there is the watcher. It's not the watcher to introduce, but it can be to introduce where they want you to put. And sometimes that's not really good, right? But the introduce is deucing another. It's not something that you never applied for. And some people would do that, you know, if you allow them. But what can you do? You already made a plan. So your plan was to experience of the life that was been given and to do that. So you go for one. Sometimes you fall and you get back up too. So a lot of things falling right now, and it has for a while, you know. But those falling doesn't mean that it's over. It means that you get back up. But if you get up, but you got stumble and dashing pieces all over the places, so then everybody really having a part of the same thing, but they're not saying nothing. We're all falling. But anyway, I kind of think that just to give out some things I need to express in another way, and I feel better now. Holding a lot, it was just about to bust. So I kind of it's just what life is, just what it is. Other people gonna be what they're gonna be. They're gonna always to belittle you for what reason, but it's about introducing. And sometimes nobody answers at the door, and you may not want that visitor coming. Okay. Well, anyway, I think that some people, when you go to your new, it's more of a scary thing. It's a interfere part, and it's like, it's you scared, you know. And I'm gonna talk about it. You scared to go to church. 9 out of 10, because that's where some of our people have been in that position. You know what I'm saying? That's like, something's not right. If you're gonna go straight to your mama and daddy, or grandma, big mama and them, and your grandpa and your auntie and them, and you know, you go to who you can, that you can give your information and nobody tell nobody. But anyway, 9 out of 10, you go to church. But if you're not in church, or you have been in church, then things have changed, and a lot of things has, for me, for so while, years, baby. But sometimes people try to they try to hold you back. I call it I give you crab barrel energy, where the barrel is brown, right? And if you like crabs, at a point in time, I had went through my journey and I had stopped eating crab and shrimp and everything. I stopped it all. I did. I changed a lot of my eating habits, and for years, really a couple years. And I even stopped celibate. I was not having sex anymore for a while. I stopped a lot. But that was my journey. And then after I went through that, I went through another phase. Then I started trying to start a small business. And never thought I always had it, you know. But then after that, that money was different. And baby, that marketing, oh, baby, was a lot. And then it was more added. I was like, well, by the time you have to pay all those insurance and all the things that you need, by the time I said I could be working. And after it didn't work. But I still have the idea. I still had the idea. It must have been good because somebody took my my labels from Naturally JFM. So what they were stealing my labels too. And I was like, well, what is that? I got my own title. What you gonna do with that? So I kind of like, you have to laugh at people when they do stuff. And what the reason is that I was able to, regardless, I can always, it's like you can always change your title, but I still have my paperwork. Seemed like it was just somebody was just basically giving me the information that they was going to stop everything they could. But I say, should, could, would, could, should, would, do. But I'm still here. I'm still here. So if now I'm over it a little bit, still there, but I kind of like, I'm moving on. I think you kind of laugh at people sometimes when they always trying to find a way to keep you down and how to keep you down. And you have to figure out that, well, you can't too much if you're already long there to the ground. I'm already, it's kind of like, how you gonna get no lower than that? Now, you ask something to laugh about. You gotta let stuff go. So, learning, it's like the learning of the lessons. Moving on. But let's talk about the experience. My first thing is experience in a way that I can just be myself. That's the beautiful thing about experience. So when I started, I could say, I've always had the information about astrology, right? And always, as a child, I had numbers everywhere, and I couldn't understand why I, as a child, was sitting here doing numbers and letters at the same time, and I didn't understand why. And I like math. Me and math was not friends. I couldn't understand why I always had to have numbers and had to always had an extra paper. Now the teacher want to know why. How did you get it? And I'm like, what's the problem? I don't want to put all that. It's too much work. I just want to do and go. They didn't want to know, how did you learn how to do that? At first, I know one time she, one of your teachers, well, my teacher had said something that said, well, we needed the scratch. And what she was saying, because you could have, and my mother could have done it. Ooh, my mother was so mad about that. But hey, it was a difference. I'm different, and I can find a way to do another way that other people, like in school, I was different in the way that they, give you the questions and the answers and how things and explain. I could see more than what was given, and I can see different way that other people don't know how I don't know. I couldn't know how to give it. So, and some of it was boring too. I'm like, it's too boring. I was always bored, and I think sometimes, as far as the students never give out the information, they just do. They don't express themselves. And some of that stops some of our children because they can't explain because you're so controlled to tell it. And then sometimes the parents, you're not even saying that too. I'm a parent. I had 4 and I still want to control it too. But that's not the way. They have their own. You need to let them learn how to express things because sometimes it's a pressure you know, and therefore a pop have a way of express. I think they stopped that in school too much. Expressions is the best thing for kids, so they have a door. They already have a parent. Then they come into school, it's like parent again. They don't have a time to have a place to have fun and be able to who they are. Identity is very important, and that's what I'm going to talk about that. So my energy there, so I brought with that. So we having a really a crisis of identity crisis right now, and I hate to say that, but it is, and it's always been more of an identity of vexing each other and to how to agree and disagreeing and cause problems even with you. Even another individual can put that transfer spirit on you, and you can act just like them. I give you the information that what happened long time ago when the I would call originals that were done before all this other names, and what was they doing? Okay, how do they give a telephone phone call to from people from afar? That's some things to be paying attention. Okay, we're way ahead, but how did they communicate a long time ago? How were they able to know a time to connect to another community? And if they were here, it's a lot of things that is necessary, because it's letting you know that you're still able to do things. You know, it's I call it more intelligent now than it was original. I kind of think another way is faster is good, but what was before when it was slow, but it was still communication. Okay, that means airwaves, how be able to have a communicate to from afar. Okay, so let's get about this crisis, identity crisis. Why is it so? This went kind of like more artificial, more intelligent. It's like the art, but it's imaging. Imaging has a place. The cell phone is the number one thing going on here. Cell phone and computer and devices, and how faster that has made so fast now. That means everything we do is so fast, and it's busy. But how's your mind though? You know, your mind is your computer, and also your church. Before church came, you had your own brain. Is a wiring. How you feel about new fast things, how you're able to stable, are you able to stand, what is it doing for you? Are you still able, to your energy, how you feel about it daily, and while you work, like you whistle, like you work. I mean, how do you feel that everything's so fast now? Is your body able, and your head is able to connect with everything? Are you tired? Have you ever had time to take one day without the devices and move away from the city? When is a time? Everybody going out of town right now. So a lot of people going out of the city and going into the country now, because 9 out of 10, your grandma and grandfather, and they 9 out of 10, some of them are already in a time that they not want to be in the city. So now you got a lot of people have a lot of shotgun houses. If you remember that. So these small houses that you got like a whole big old family and going in one little room, 2 or 3, you better bring your sleeping bags in order to get a motel, because you know everybody gonna be in there, right? And where y'all gonna sleep at? You know, when I was young, we didn't care as long as we were there. And we laid wherever it was. Where it was, because we knew somebody at that time. And that's what time we was eating chitlins. Oh, you better know, chitlins was, baby. We want to know who was going to cook and watching them too to make sure everything was cleaning on them chitlins. And baby, everybody had them chitlins, baby. You know, that was the number one thing. And it was so, when you're doing chitlins, baby, it was a steak and there, you know, take some time. Just imagine everybody want to come. You talking about fighting for the chitlins. Oh, baby, I remember them days when I was young. So, and gumbo is, hey, I am who I am. And I was telling my daughter, I said, I should want some gumbo. But yeah, I remember them days. Now, let's get on here. Now, identity crisis. Now, something going on. First, I want to say something. I love in another way. Okay, other people love in a certain way. I love unconditional in another way. I'm kind of different. I have flaws just like everybody else, and I say things that I'll be upset, and then I have to go back and pray. If I don't pray, then I think about it. Cause let's say that, okay? Cause some things I don't. Okay, but my mind I can change anytime. Okay. I want to say something about the women again. We have a problem. You know, I notice we are so busy trying to fix ourselves for women. The men ain't got nothing to do with this, right? I'm talking about the women. We have a problem. So either we're trying to be like somebody, or we're so busy trying to outdo another woman. And why it's so important for another woman if you're not, appearance is not necessary for some. And why has it got so big to the point that we buy so much things and try to outdo the women all the time? It seems like they get more attention than the men. I'm like, we're doing more to appearance ourselves to the woman instead of the man. Though sometimes it's to be thinking, what the purpose all this time? Why we so busy worried about the woman's about your appearance than a man that you decide to be with one, or you looking for one? What's the purpose of that? I just want to know. And why we have another way to say we got some problems. We have a problem. It's a problem. But most of it is mimicking identity crisis, narcissistic ways, even with the women that had kids. You forgot, you don't know what to do after that, and you're controlling, narcissistic. And if you don't say that, you're not telling the truth, because I'm gonna tell you, I had 4, and it took me some time. I noticed I'm still controlling. I still want things the way it's supposed to. And then they get older, they change, and you want to keep them the same. So I'm just telling about myself. But I'm gonna say I know the women that is narcissistic. Narcissistic is that's been placed down from your parents and who was around. And if you've been in controlling and being a handler, controlling and how to be a man and a woman single, meaning a single woman has raised children without the man, then you're trying to be both. And then when the kids are gone, what you gonna do? You're still trying to control. So even if it's the opposite, so if it's a man, it's basically the woman is not there, then you're trying to do both. But it's still a lot of narcissistic ways, and we get a lot from the parents, and we ain't telling nobody because it's been placed down, and we don't know how to heal that. And sometimes people don't want you to heal. We're dealing with people that don't want to heal, and they don't want you. They want you in the same predicament. They want you to change. And the identity crisis, and this is the same thing. It's a lot. It's about the money too. Because if you changing, the money is not going to the place where it used to. Okay, so if you changing, then you're dealing with that type of VIX energy. That's that identity crisis mimic. We got a butterfly, and that has to do with your brain. Okay, I am just trying to understand. We got a lot of people are clone energy, and that's fraudulent energy. That is a person, place, and thing causing problems due to of crisis energy, identity crisis, social security, birth certificate, apartments, renting, buying. Excuse me. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. People coming and going, putting names and titles that are not true. Excuse me. A lot of things. Okay. Moving and changing, challenging. I'll call it chaos energy. And not having like they used to. Differences cause problems in the family. Some people just don't want to know, and some just gaslight, manipulation. Children has changed. Manipulation and gaslighting how to. Family have done the same. Victimize, paying money, victimize behaviors from secrets, hidden things that not necessarily that will always be secret. That's a lot of crisis identity, victimizing, fraudulent, narcissistic ways of the individual has been in this new fast everything of the energy. You know, that's a lot for one. That's a lot. And that causes problems with the pockets because it's the part of it. Fast. They wore out tired. They ain't gonna tell nobody. Let me tell you when somebody's so tired. They tired. Because in order to do this energy, it's real fast. And you gotta catch up. You're gonna take your breath. And is it that the point? To take a breath? Take a breath. It's too fast. Your body is trying to adapt to the energy, what's coming, and how's already been here. But you're trying to take the breath. Have you ever known so fast that sometimes people are being very quiet now because the energy is so fast that keeping that energy for what reason? Seems like it has to do with oxygen. There's a lot going on. Okay, let's get on here. Alright, so what are we in here? About 28 and 49. 13, 28. 13 gonna give you death, transformation, Pluto. Alright. Alright, and 10 is the family, the big family. So that means transformation from death. A lot of people are ending of things and moving to the next. Okay, so that means 13 is going to give you 3. It's always 3 with a 10, so I give you 23. Something happened in 2023 because 13 and 10, so that's what happened. So 20 has to do with self-realization, and 3, that's about the individual. That means 3 missions. We're dealing with missions and also about abundance, and that's individual and social. If I go 6 is going to be Virgo, and that Virgo is birthing things, ideas. Also going to give you behavior. And how can that means social groups. Okay, so if I get all of it in 2023, something that happened in 2023, And this happened this year. Pay attention what's out. Who's doing, place, and thing what happened. It happened in 2023. And when it started, it was probably prior to, due to things was in place. Right? So 2023 to me is 5, right? And 5, and we're in 6. Yeah, so 5, 6, 23, 24. So 5 and 6 will be 11. 11 will give you justice energy, also give you community, which will be in Aquarius. Aquarius is 11, and it's the community. But what comes in that Venus is going a womb, something coming out. It's like birthing, as a woman has in travail, which will be in the church. When you travel, there's somebody birthing, but also it doesn't just mean travel. It has a lot to do with the energy that you know, and it has a lot to do with trafficking. Trafficking is going to be a person, place, and thing. Also, it's going to be individually. And we have issues with the women trafficking and travailing, and also in the boys and girls travailing. And that will be has what you're birthing. That comes with behaviors and things, how you act, and you become something else because it's so tired. Your body's tired, everything's tired. And there's a time where so much is so fast. And behaviors in the mental and the mind will give you the 3rd house, which was Mercury. 3rd house will give you Gemini and Zodiac. And then we're back as the head. And the head is the beginning. And that is important. And we're in a time of war. I call it war, but it's the man of war. The man of war is red. Red is the head, Aries, royal. We're at a time of spiritual war within the individuals. Very important. Okay? So it's like the communication, the thoughts and communications from fast. A Mercury. And Mercury was retro, but it's going toward direct now. I believe it is. So now we're in Capricorn now. Capricorn is in the house. Alright. So 10th house, since I had 10 and 10, that is Capricorn. But it's in the career. Especially it's Christmas, and baby, it's packed. I mean, everybody out here, and I seen a lot, nothing but cops everywhere, of course. So I'm just saying, okay, take all of it. Alright, we got 6 of Cups. We at that time. It's a good thing, because it's giving. 6 is Virgo. Really, number 6 numerology is 6. But you know what I'm saying, it's like the calendar will be June, but you can use it if it resonates. But this, the first thing is giving. We're in this time right now. You're giving, right? That's somebody giving you something. 6 of Cups, and this is the energy. That is a good thing. That's good. I always give the information as I go. Like I say, I have a lot, and I'm not like this. I'm not gonna be like everybody else, but it's not. It's just I always want to make sure everything is correct, and I will do it the way I would like, because it is giving. I just give it back. All right, so 6 is always about something happy and memories. So I think that's basically why I was just giving out the information, right? So about memories, about going out of town. It's Christmas, and going to see your grandmother and grandfather. So his memories giving you that childhood. Like I was giving out information about math in school. And also giving you a crush. Crush is giving you information, harmony in corporation, and that is current relationships, and that's what I was giving out. So that's beginning, right? So that's a good thing. But you know, when you have a cup, there's a lot of things in a six cup, and a cup is to fill it up and to remember. So today is very important to me. It was my late mother and my late stepfather, and they was married, and this is an anniversary. And then also on the same of that day, my father remarried, and he's the late as well, and his wife was married. Both of them died too, so that's a whole lot of people that was anniversary on this day, a couple years. So they died, and it was another that was married to another person, and she lost her husband. So the last was the cousins got married the same day too. They still living. So it's very important. A good day for this one. Okay. It's a lot of like to remember of things, right? Okay. So the next one is Eight of Cups. It's upside down. So you know, eight is like is moving, but upside down. Okay, it's like, are you gonna stay or go? You want to stay, or do you want to go, or do you want to leave? So it's giving you are caught between walking away from a disappointment situation and trying one last time to make things better. But can the circumstances really improve, or is it to a loss, a cause? They give you 50. So that 49 is a 13. It gives you that Pluto energy, but also letting you know of losses. And are you going to stay, or are you going to lose? So you lose some, but you win some, and start to live another day. Okay, so I guess that's for everybody, you know, and it is what it is. So when you have the information, is of remembering of things, of family, and then now you having an opportunity to change. Are you gonna stay, or are you gonna go? You know, it's giving between of walking of disappointment. After 6 and 8 is a 15, right? Let's see. I want to make sure. I think it's 14, really. Excuse me. I think it. So 14 have something to do with balancing. So 14 will give you temperance. So let's go there. So it's giving you of discovery and how to create the balance and harmony in your life, and you'll find the alignment, right, and the sense of peace within the external surroundings. Give you information about what's around. So sometimes, if you can't, family, you are not able to be disagreements and it's disagreeing. That's all it is. If you can't get along, it's differences. Then you can find the same information or people from others, because you've changed and you're not the same, and you're not supposed to. Some people they stay in one place for so long because it's comfortable, right? And they feel like that's all they have. And 9 out of 10, they always want to change something, but they think about it, how much they have to go and do it all over again and to do something different. So they stay in that area for a while because it's comfortable. So just imagine if everybody was in that position, we won't be able to do nothing. So we're dealing with interfere and fear. And some of them are put on us and place and control and handler into force, and that cause problems. So what about if other people wants to change, and that's a good thing because they're still changing. They're not stuck. That means that the environment's gonna move. Everybody gonna move. But it's just giving you some information about yourself and others that when you can't get along, give you with different family. And your family has changed. So therefore you have to find someone that can connect of your change, and who can you agree with others because you're not the same. And dealing with it is hard because your language is different from everybody, and there's difference, but as other people can understand your language, the change you made, because it's a discovering. And some people, like I say, they stay in it because that's all they know. You can't get mad about that, you know. But some people keep it, and they see other people change, and then there's a problem. So surveilling of all things is called watch, and watch is a gun and a screen. And if a person's constantly find a way to connect you, is either they either want to place you or to be able to mimic an ID, and that is what control and handler. Someone is either trying to be control of all of your control ideas and everything, and to remove, and it's that lightly secret. It seemed like we've in this new thing, and it's new, but they put in a position that they're able to do it all the time, and not for you not to say anything. And that's a pressure and about to pop if you don't open your mouth. That's why I say it's very important than just to express, because influence right now is causing problems with some of these people are, it's called hide and seek, and those hide and seek type of narcissistic Darvo energy is watch. And that causes with your individuals with your new ideas, and cause problems with the Darvo narcissistic because their pockets has not been like it used to. Just imagine if you was in that same predicament and to do what you was doing for all the time, and you changed. Do you know how much money has changed from your ideas that so many people are doing now? That money is gone. They're not getting that money anymore. And just imagine the differences of people looking at you upside your head because you didn't change. It's a lot. Now let's get on Temperance reverse. The only reason I want to do that because I want to balance. So it says center yourself and come back into the alignment with who you really are. Focus on your own inner peace and what's going on around you. We have 50. 50 is a whole, like it's an anniversary, really, 50. But the 19 is giving you the sun. And the sun is, to me, is just like giving right here. Even though it's not the sun, but it's still giving of the sun, because it's Christ here. Christ is giving the energy. Giving and remembering of family, and what's the focus point. Number one is create. The card came out. It's very important. The month of December is a spiritual month. It's the ninth house. So it's important. And its energy is good. But to keep it balanced, discovering its experience is a part of it. And don't allow people to stop what's been given. Be yourself. And why is it of the new to come from where you were and you have changed? Why? Just tell it. Tell it. If you tell it, that you don't have to worry about nothing. Because somebody else is going to be trying to belittle you or either going to improve you. Alright, so I had now Africa, I don't know what's going on with Africa. Nigeria, I don't know if you're having the same thing over here in America, but we have a identity crisis over here. Could be having that over there in Nigeria. The energy is strong, so that means that you having the same thing we having over here. Or it could be something else. So that means energy of crisis has to do with vexing. It's always given the V word. V is victory and valor, and that will be negative with a vexing, because that's something that we should neighbor each other, meaning that we shouldn't watch what another person do, because we have everything is great, and then we shouldn't have to watch. Okay, it's enough room in the stores, so we should do that. They kind of like, it's like what is lost but is found. That's the energy, lost and found. I think that's for both. That's a good thing. Very good thing. Okay, let's see what anything. I had two, it's supposed to be three. So that one is, the first one was the Six of Cups. That's creating. That's a good thing, family and everything. Second is the Eighth reverse. Alright, so like I said about what are you gonna do? You're gonna stay and move. So that's for somebody. And 14, the temperature. It's hot, I don't know. So the next card, oh, it flipped. Oh, Judgment. It's over the head. Judgment is over the Six of Cups. Self-realization about it. But I understand by numbers. Numbers is don't lie. We lie. So just to be honest, just what it is. Self-realization is about the individual. Over that Six Cups, yeah. And it says, this is your time to rise up. That means rise up. I say rise up, collective. You are experiencing a huge spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more. This is your cosmic level. This up leveling. Be ready to tune into a higher frequency, because it's fast, baby. It's leveling up. Level it up. Numbers don't lie. No, and that's why I say I pay attention from it too, because it's amazing. And then it kind of like, you already know, he tells you, okay, the highest, we will call the highest, the most high, or the universal love, and that is unconditional love. That's the cosmic love. So that gives you happy memories. This is what we're here talking about all the time. I like this morning I started, and sometimes people just don't, they need 2 cups of coffee. And sometimes I be already ready. you know. And sometimes people take a little time to wake up. And sometimes you already woke. And some people still sleep. And I just wanted to say about this right here. This is very important about the judgment. Some people still sleep. Sleep is another, I can say, some people don't understand when you sleep, you're still at dead state. And that means the dead state has to do with rigor mortis. That means something's sleeping if you're in a dream state. And some people are awoke. And when you're awoke, then some people still in that energy of sleep. So if you woke and then the person's still walking like that, then y'all can't get along of differences of some people still sleep. And that caused the problems with differences right now. Some people sleep and some people woke. And that is the identity crisis. Because the differences in making money with that of differences of in between the spiritual of change. So with those shifts money, identity been shifting, everything has changed. And some people can't get along with sleeping. And when a person is sleeping, you have a conversation and they sleep and you woke, that means you done had some Folgers going on here. And they over there sleep, baby, they coming for you, baby. They ain't trying to hear that. They will like go back to sleep. Because that's the energy trying to do. The energy is trying to keep you asleep, and the rest of it is like you woke up, and then some of your family and your friends and the people you're around, they walk in sleep. And you woke, go in there mess with them. It's like a because that's what you're finna mess around with a dog. So dog give you the information of the change what started with the coronavirus. And a lot of things have changed with that. Coronavirus has to do with the changed environment and what we eat. And the whole world has changed. So just imagine, go back to mess around with a dog. And you don't know him. And you're going to touch a dog you don't know. And all of a sudden, they're going to bite you. And sometimes you have a mange. So just imagine if another person has awoke for all these things and ideas that's going on, and then the other person is asleep and acting like a dog. And he's going to bite you. Just imagine. It's the sleep, baby. Some people just want to be asleep. And some people just want to be woke. And that's the differences of the family relationship has been shifted. Let's see if we get another card here. I'm going to go with... let's do this one here. Got a new card. It's clearance. I'm trying to clearance because, honey, I'm still waiting on my 13 decks. I want everything that's stolen to bring it back, please. If not, I will always find another way. Because what's stolen, he will always bring it back. And this particular, I'm going to give you these cards that I had, they gone too. But I found something clearance. Won't he do? And that's what I say. I have changed. And I ain't sleep. Y'all keep you sleeping. Because I'm not sleeping. And this sleep, don't put me in no sleep beauty. Baby, I'm past that. I ain't in that. Okay? Don't put me in no sleep beauty spells, baby. Not me. Don't even bring me that. Look here, don't bid me nothing and don't give me nothing. If it ain't got nothing to awake, I don't want nothing to do with it. I've been asleep for a long time. And I sure don't want to go to sleep unless it's something to be slept for a minute to get back up. Sure don't want to sleep all day, because it ain't going to do nothing for me. All right. Now, look at there. That's pretty. I got number. Ooh. Now, you know, girl needs some glasses on here. Read glasses, because some of this is beautiful. But look at that. That's for somebody. Ooh, that's some. Now that look like somebody having fun. It's pretty too. It's number 2. Number 2. Yep. Trying to look in here. Look like it's somebody having fun. It look like it's some type of restaurant, or it could be a dine, or it could be a place that. I'm trying to see anything in here. It kind of reminds me of a cafe or something. There's some type of music, or it could be, but it's family. It's like somebody's home, but it's pretty. Number 2, and number 2 is High Priest energy. Also will give you. It could be Taurus energy, and I always use Taurus energy, even though it's a High Priest energy. It could be Pisces energy, but my understanding too is High Priest energy, and it could be. To me, it's up to you, but I'll say Taurus. And 2 has to do with value, okay? So it could be. So let me find if I got the little glasses I do have, the reading glass, because this particular, the glasses, I need that in order to see it. So let me see if I find it. So, what did you get when you ain't got nothing ready? I'm trying to figure out what I did with the glasses. Because you don't need that. Is it? I'll find it. I had it, so it's very little. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. And you know I'm at the car. I'm in my car, so let me see. All right. It says the photographer is Stephanie. I guess it's Gandon, but the location is Cuba. So they give you some Vansdera, Cuba. So it's just giving you the information. This is a picture that isn't just a trying to see what it says here. It's very little, so if you can see that, you can't even see it. So give you like a souvenir, like I just giving you a picture from Cuba. Okay, it could be survivor or a souvenir or something like that, but this is a place of calm, floating and dreaming like emotional place to be. It is a culture made my heel upright. Okay. Oh, head right. Okay, excuse me. It said the culture made my head upright when I think fail. Oh, okay. So it's like when I think of this place, I see is be adjust your values or the normal is not the normally. Okay, that's giving out the information. So that is the value. Number 2 is value, because that is number 2. It's the 2. That's the second house. So that second house is about value, and they give you 18. So for you to be the 18, that has to do with the woman. So 2 is gonna give you high priest energy. It could be you, the masculine. You could be a high priest, okay? And the woman is a high priestess. So that means the collective. This is divine. This is cosmic. It's cosmic. And this is what it is. Give you understand about the custom and cosmic value. Okay. So that means what hiding behind the value is number 18. That's the moon. And 18 going to give you that. So we did have a full moon. Okay. Right before the winter solstice. So that was giving you the information. And that moon was a couple days. Okay, that was a little different. That's for somebody. Okay, that was the wolf moon. And the wolf moon gonna give you the information. Okay. A wolf gonna give you a lot of information too. Also, wolf, what they do at the moon and how. Wolf will also give you the information. Also, a wolf can also do a lot of things, positive and negative. Also, they can also make the moon, whoever an aspect of a wolf would do things on the moon. It gives you the Red Riding Hood. What that was, the grandmother in that type of environment, and that has to do with the country. And the Red Riding is a lot of information. I noticed, I have watched it for so many movies and books, and they all different, and all of them is something else, and some is a lot of reason hidden for reason. And for somebody to get the understanding about that, it could have happened in 1800. Okay, that's a lot of hiding. They give you Pisces energy now. So now I would say, even though I said Taurus, but it could be because we have shifted. But it's the value of what's hid. You know, it's hidden in value. So that's a lot of information. Hidden value. And that has to do with was the moon. People use things in moons that ain't always good practice. Okay, that's for somebody. So with that 18, yeah. That's 36 back to 9 again. Spiritual month. Give you the wolf, which is the moon that came in here. That's the almanac. So they tell you what's going on. This is spiritual month. 18, 36 back to 9. Give you back the 9th house spiritual. They give you the month, right? And this is the winter solstice in between from Sagittarius went to Capricorn. That what we're dealing with. The moon at 18. Long time ago, 18 will give you another card. Long time ago will be the devil. And we're in Capricorn, then it is. And this is a woman devil you're dealing with. Okay? It's about the value. So, well, it has to do with Cuba. Yep, Cuba. And this is what you're dealing with. That's what's hiding right now. So, alright. Let's see. This here is the Oracle cards. It's the Yasmin Bowling. This is the one of the cards. I had the one with the book, and they were bigger than these. I knew that they had the smaller one, but these are the ones that was stolen. Yeah. Let's see what coming in here now. I think I've seen it earlier, but we'll see. Oh, Taurus in here again. So I'm right. It's not right. It's just connect. It's just all over the place. See, this is it. The value is the bull. The bull gonna give you back to where it come from. You know what that is about. That's for somebody. But it's about prosperity. This was the day. This morning I got this morning. This is what it was about. This right here. This gonna give you the information here. This goes all the way back to the church now. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. Truth don't make. Sometimes truth don't like to. They don't want to know. That's like. This is a person that went through some trials, tribulation here, and sometimes I'll give you this. Some people just don't want to know when you go through some stuff. It's prosperity, and always prosperity to me, but it's prosperity. It's like prosperity, and to me it is the same thing. I'm gonna do it the way I want to, but it lies ahead. But it has to the church. This is where lies with this here. It's very important about the value. The value is because that's where exactly I gave the information. The value has not applied like it used to because of change. And a change applied in the value. And if they're not receiving the value, then you become devalued because of the changes that you made. You didn't make the change. The Father did that. I said the Father, the Most High, the universal law we have is a change. It's fast. So you have to equip and attain, but some people just sleep. Church can be sleep. And some people like it awoke. And sometimes it's just sleep. And for what reason? That's for all of us to learn from it. Experiences for that is fundamental. And be happy in experience that's been given and allow them so we can learn. We don't know at the time, but later on we get to understand it. But it's to grow. But you can't grow if you sleep. So, this is new moon in the Taurus. Taurus is value. It gives you all the way back to 1800. It's some things happened in 1776 and all of that. This is it. This is what it's about. It's what started. And it comes there and then something new. And this is money has failed. And we have to apply and understand why we in here for. Not to sleep. So it's for the church. And churches has to change some things. And the play has to be changed. As a play too. A lot of things. In Cuba, that's a lot of information. Because there's a lot of things happen with the church. A lot of things started there. Now this is for real. And it's like, it comes back in a bite, or it come back as a stain, or to remembering some things you forgot. So that's something here. 18 and 2 in the value. 36. 3 is mental thoughts and communication of planet. 6 is Virgo, Venus. Okay, birthing. Give you back again, friend. It's about birth. And they give you the information of the cradle too. Valuing what came for, who they came for. Now this is the Gregor calendar. Now let's get the information. Now we got different people for different religions. Now I'm only gonna do that. And what I can't understand something is that it was a time. And how would you figure out where it was unless everything is moving in different places and things has been hid for a reason. And they don't want to know now. But I'm gonna tell you what I do know. What I do know is what is the education that's been given. Now what's hidden of my truth ain't gonna be the same as the ant. It means the ant, the little giant is the ant. So like I'm saying, hey, differences is gonna say is the same or different. That's my business. But it's for you to understand that the month is still gonna be spiritual. However, some people will think it's Easter. Some people gonna think it's in September. Okay, it's a lot. Okay. But are you doing what Christ was doing? It seemed like it was birthing, but hey, it's giving you some information now because it's a career, a spiritual career. That's what it's about in the first place. And things have changed. And what you gonna do with that with the community? You're gonna have to deal with that community because if you're not, it's gonna be a problem after that because we all have changed and we didn't recognize that. Game will recognize game, but a woke can see game in the front and back, and that's now that's something now. Okay, the angels here is among us. Okay, let's see what's after this. This is the last one here. All right. Whew. I have a lot of things on my that I need to be doing, but you know, I always try to give love in another way. This morning I started my study and it was really good. I needed it. It kind of like, hey, okay, just forgot some things, but it's good back in to understand, and then kind of like, okay, I get it. But experiences for everybody. Okay. Back here, Arkel, Johil, I think it's Johil or Upil. It's up to you. It's Yopil or Jopil. All right, what number here? It is number 9. Spiritual number 9. Back at 9 again. All right, that has to do with radiance and expiration. Didn't I say about the women always trying to outdo each other and all that radiance, baby? I used to have some makeup called Radiance. I believe it was Dark Love. Is it Dark and Lovely? No. That is. Okay, that is Dark and Lovely. That was hair products. So, yeah. This particular one, and now she has blue. Blue give you the information. Tell you a lot. Blue. Communication right there. Mm-hmm. Number 9, spiritual. And she has wings. Okay. She tattooed and she got, I'm trying to see. She got a little green something. Oh, she has something on her hair like a band or something. But up under there, it has to do with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. And that has to do radiance. She's bright. Boy, she's shining like a man, she's bright. Boy, she pretty. Okay. Nine is spiritual, and like I said, number 9 with that is in between Sagittarius and Capricorn. And my understanding could be either one, and it depends if it's a masculine or feminine collective. Okay, so alright, I gotta put these words on here, these little. Gotta read. This is about 10 read. Can you have a little strong coffee or a little dark pepper? It's up to you, or you don't. Or you may need a refresher. Alright. Archangels, okay? Japhel. Names is beauty of God. Did I say that? And she is the angel who can show you how to see beauty in all things, including yourself, showing you how to seek out more joy in your life. Or Japhel supports you focusing of the positives rather than dwelling in disappointment and turning molehills into mountains. Or Japhel works with the crown chakra that guide you to activate your own crown light so you can live a full and a radiant life. Amazing, isn't it? I started that. And the first thing I said is about women. Give you the information. Let's see what else in here. The doors is here. Also, follow your joy. Whatever lights in your heart will light up to the world around you. That means you're the light. And I see 19 in here. And like I said, it's about you. You're the light. Show the light. Who you are. The women, love thyself. And you're gonna have other people gonna look a certain way of the crisis. That's the type of crisis that is identity. But when you see another one and another lady or another feminine, all right, over is a masculine, just do thyself, be yourself, and love your own self. Because what you do is they can't be a mimic. Now they may have an identity crisis that they tried to do something that is not of such. It means something artificial. So you already know that artificial is not original. Alright? Then artificial got an anti-type of energy with a bite. But they were giants become little though. Okay. So, love and relationships bring joy to your back into your relationship, and planning fun outings and give you some adventures. That means move away and do things, loved ones. So this is what this is about. Everything tied to. I gave a lot, a lot, but everything's in order. No matter what, all we know is that this is the time. Giving love to be around your family and unconditional love. And another way, show the light. Your radiance is amazing. The women, your social rings, I think I gave everything. Understand that, okay? It's enough room in the stars in the community. Spiritual, career, and community. That's it. And that is all. Y'all have a wonderful night. And happy holidays.